guys. I'm gonna do a little diary journal part. Ooh, I got a text message because I upgraded my Droid finally, and now it's besides the point. So I feel like this next release of mine is gonna have a lot of pressure on it because I have some big things coming up. I.e., I think that's the right term. Warped Tour is coming up, and that's gonna be great exposure for me as well as camera every day, making videos every day with 10,000 kids running around. I think there's like 20. The average show for Warped Tour is like 15,000 people. That's badass. Anyways, so I feel like this next release of mine has a lot of stress, and I've been trying to make the songs that I'm working on. Like I've been spending a few days on them, making a little progress because I've really wanted like decent songs. Like I have this track that I think is a keeper. But anyways. So the past, I don't know, I guess week, I've been really kind of down on the producing thing. So I've been in this, because I have, right now I seem to have endless motivation. It's just the flow I'm having problems with. Like I'll start the track and the flow will just run out and the track can't get anywhere because it doesn't have any more oxygen to flow. You know what I'm saying? So the past few days, 4 days in a row, I've made 4 different starts of songs, and the first one was I started on Ustream, drumstep. Like a Little Machine. Then the next day I did the Black Mags bootleg. Anyways, you get the point. Yesterday, I know the whole video was playing Amnesia, which was pretty funny, but I didn't include any of this part in it, but I also made a drum step song yesterday that I'll show you. I have Greaves' verse from High Lion in it, just because it's a good way of saying if this is the thing I want someone to rap on it. And right now, the problem, this track is, I'm really into the track. I feel like it's a really strong track, demonstrates a lot of my ability, and I think it's a fun track. The only problem I see with it is it's not technically danceable. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have millions of DJs playing this across the world, and that's the problem I see with this track. Is it's not super danceable. I got a you. That means my Facebook thing went off, and you guys checked your Facebooks because I know your tab is open for Facebook. You sons of bitch, kidding. So that's the problem I have with this song. But again, I'm really obsessed with this song. I think it has. It's drum and bass. All these songs have been drum and bass. 172 BPM. Check it out. So you're caught off guard. They try to treat you like it's garbage. So I'll return the beats up loud enough to make them all shit. All scripted. Just then there will be blood and hands up. Ain't nobody judging. Put your hands up. You wanna now rock and whip it, chop it, turn it jams up. I hit the rhythm like I'm Ken Griffey, all-star. Nothing even out to be the heart diseases and I'm awesome. Either with the flow, call it medicine. Like a hematite of snow with a metal stick. Oh, MC, cause I go hard on everything. I need you to stand by me like I'm Benny King. So you get the point with that song. Again, I think that song will mainly just appeal to people who are really into drum and bass. I don't feel like it'll cross over to the genres as much, because these other songs, they're drum and bass tempo, but they're very They're half-timed, and it's really heavy, so I think a lot of the people who are deeply into really heavy electro and heavy drum and bass and heavy dubstep and heavy music in general will be into these songs. The only problem I see with that last one is I feel like it will mainly just focus on the drum and bass kids, which is cool because that's pretty much all I really listen to when it comes to electronic music. But this is a song that I feel, so that last song's a keeper. I feel like the 4 other songs, like Loop Machine, the Black Mags, this is the Cam Every Day intro. I like that song. It has good potential. I feel like it doesn't flow that well, and that's what I have with these songs. Like I said, I feel like this next release has a lot of pressure, and it's stressing me out actually, because I feel like I'm not hitting where I need to be. Even though this next song I'm about to show you guys, I feel it's where I need to be, which is awesome. Because now I feel like kind of like a mini breakthrough thing. Like I kind of know what to do for my writing process, which is literally just turn up ideas every single day. And if the song doesn't go anywhere, keep the idea, throw away it from the EP. Meaning that these songs that won't make this next EP will probably make, I don't know, some sort of B-sides release I might do every year, like unreleased tracks type of thing, which, I don't know, obviously won't have as much pressure on having a really good release and just kind of like, hey, these are the tracks that didn't make the cut, but they're still pretty cool, so enjoy them also. But yeah, this next song, I'm really into it. Again, it's another drum step song because I feel like that's something new that a lot of people aren't really doing that I like better. Just because I feel like dubstep's too slow for me sometimes. Like it's like kind of like moving around, and like sometimes it's really cool. A lot of times it's not. Like I have a lot of energy. I want my music to have a lot of energy. I feel like with drum step, I can keep that slow, steady pace that dubstep has, but make it have more energy, which is cool. But yeah, check this out. So you get the point or idea of that song. I feel like that song is the best song on the EP so far, and that's probably the song used as my single for the next EP. My previous EPs have had 8 songs each on them, I think, and that's pushing it. That was just me throwing all the tracks on it. I'd like to be a little more selective with this next EP, as well as pretty much everything I do. To answer a quick question that I hear a lot, or just requests that I hear a lot, meaning you should. Like, I read a lot of comments on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter saying I should remix these bands that these kids want me to remix. And every single one of these bands is like some sort of like very trendy deathcore band. All the remixes I've done have not been in any way something I chose, you know what I mean? Like I didn't want like, oh, I want to remix this band in this song. it's like my job. She's like, they pick you to remix, they pick what artist and pick what song. And the question, they pay you to do the remixes. And it's not like I can just do whatever remixes I want for whatever I want. So every remix I've ever done has been, the difference between a remix and a bootleg is if you remix a song and they didn't pay you and they're not releasing it, meaning the person who's remixed isn't releasing it or isn't in it, like involved with it, then it's called a bootleg, and a bootleg is something you just do on your own. I have one bootleg, and that's the first dubstep song I ever did way back, I think it was last July, and that was that Scanners remix, Baby Blue. That's a bootleg, meaning I just did that on my own. They weren't involved. It was actually for a competition that I didn't win. I'm going to blame it on because I wasn't 21. You'd be 21 to enter. But like this Black Mags thing. That's a bootleg because Cool Kids is not involved with it. I'm actually trying to reach out to them right now and try and get them involved with it so I can get their stems and put their verses in that song. Make it not a bootleg. Not that we'd sell it, probably just get it away for free, but it still would not be a bootleg. Do you understand the difference between a bootleg and a remix? Yeah, that's the main difference between that. But just wanted to kind of talk about my next release, personal thoughts, where I am with it. And as you can see, I have 7 ideas. Autofocus is shot, but there's 7 ideas there. Already 20 minutes of music, and I only like 2 of the songs. 3 of them are for sure keepers. That means I need at least 1 or 2 that's also is pretty decent, and I need to finish them all before Warped Tour, so I can get the EP into progress. Because I'm thinking I'm gonna do a physical release for this next one, just because I'm hoping it's gonna do well. I'm hoping I'll have some sort of like combination between Warped Tour and this next release. If it's really good, will kind of jetpack my musical career farther than it is going right now. Cause I don't know, I've only been making dance music for like a little over a year now. I explained with that remix contract. That was the first time I've ever became curious to dance music, and the first time I plunged in dance music was with Commissioner, and then I slowly just got more involved. So like in a year's time of starting out making dance music, now I used to experiment a lot with electronic music. I used to be very into Moby, very into this Japanese artist called Cornelius. I don't know, a lot of music like that. And if you listen to my really, really old releases, because I used to make like an album, just experimental electronic music in high school, and then whatever music I made that year, just throw it into an album, put it on iTunes when I found out about TuneCore. But those albums don't really count, seeing as they're just kind of, I think I did one my sophomore year, my junior year, and my senior year. And then the year after was when I started making dance music for real, because before I don't really know what dance music was. I listened to drum and bass, but I didn't know how to make it. Drum and bass is by far the hardest thing I've ever made. And I get a lot of comments also, why don't you film yourself making metal? Because it's very easy. It's very easy to write and record metal when you're doing it the way I am. When you're writing it with the drum machine, recording it with the drum machine, writing the music as you record it type of thing, and all it really is you plan instruction with the drums, and then you record guitar over it, and then you're practically done. That's where I take it. So it's not a whole lot to film. You kind of film the end results. There's not a whole lot of technique that goes into it. But as far as dance music goes, it's probably like 10 times more thought, more complicated. It's just a lot harder and funner for me. I really enjoy creating music like this. Playing it live is also awesome because I can actually play it live. Where with metal, you can't really play it live because I'm one person and I don't really care to make it a full live project because, I don't know, I did that kind of music all through high school. That's why I did the whole Burn the Masses tour was because I wanted to see if that was something I wanted to do. Because I was going to college, and then I got the offer to do that tour and CD, and I was like, well, I don't know, maybe I should see if doing metal was something I wanted to do. Got back, decided I didn't want to do metal, and I was going to school for the rest of my life. And then I started doing that remix. Mitch and I started Commissioner, and that's why I got plunged into dance music. And then with the time I had off I took a semester off of school to do that tour. Tour was only a month long, and recording only took 3 weeks. So I had a lot of time to pursue music until school resumed. I actually had all my classes picked out and like not paid for, but like, you know, when if you take college, or if you went to college or you're gonna go to college, you kind of register online and you claim your classes, and then like there's a period where if you don't pay like the day before school, then you lose the classes kind of thing. I don't know, it's probably different for every school, but I had that, and I was like, it's like a day away from running the pay, and I was just like, I'm gonna take some more time with music, and I'm really glad I did, because I don't know, I worked really hard with it. Like, I know I can't put like a camera in the corner and like you can see what I'm doing all day, but I'm in this room for like literally like 8 to 10 hours a day making music. The footage you see when I'm not in here is like the end of my day, and that's why it's always so similar in these Canvy days where I'm not showing studio footage. Is because all that stuff is like that's what I do when I'm not making music. That small portion you guys see is everything I do when I'm not making music. So I literally work more than people with full-time jobs. That's like, I probably work about 60 hours a week in here, which is a lot. And so, because I don't know, before I have 2 months to make a Big Chocolate EP, Commissioner EP, and a Figuring the Goddess EP. That's a ton of, that's like 15 songs minimal. So that's kind of a lot of work to do for one person, and I'm happy I now have the greatest work ethic in the world. That's also why I bought the Xbox, so I wouldn't like be encouraged to go out. I could just stay in and play an Xbox. And the reason I never had Xboxes before, this is my third Xbox, and like I'll get an Xbox, play it, I'll realize that like I'll get writer's block, and I'll just screw this, I'm gonna go play Xbox. Hated that, so I kept selling my Xboxes to eliminate distractions. It's hard to breathe in here because it's so hot. It's like 80 degrees today, which I hate. I posted this picture on my Tumblr, and it's a picture I took yesterday because I saw that that leaf is the only leaf in my whole backyard. None of the trees have leaves except for that leaf. So I thought it was a cool thing, like, oh, spring is here. This got nice. Sat in the backyard for a while. Today I'm like, god damn, I don't want to have any spring in my life. This is, god, so hot. Getting the hiccups. Yeah, just gonna talk about, I don't know, everything's going well now that I have this single day one in progress. I'd imagine this is kind of the song that I'd make like a demo version, sit on for a while, then come through and finish it up and make the finished up version a little more smacked up than the one I have now. Also, I'm gonna be playing all these songs. I have 2 shows Saturday, one in Tahoe and one in Reno. Both of them were 21 and over. Actually, I don't know if I talked about it, but that last show I played in Tahoe, I almost didn't get to play because I wasn't 21. And the whole VIP lounge got shut down so I can go in there, and I had to be escorted in and out. And that's why the camera day footage is like just me spinning, because like, I couldn't really move. Like I had to like just go in when I was playing, play, and then leave. I couldn't hang out or couldn't do anything. It was kind of weird. But anyways, I don't know. Just kind of want to talk about it. Well, 18 minutes of talking to you guys. How over my voice are you? But have a great day today. Hope everyone's day is amazing as everything else is. And it's Cinco de Mayo. What the hell else? What the hell else? Tacos today. That's pretty Cinco de Mayo-ish.